Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Cool game. Cool game. You notice I don't be having anything complicated for the stuff I present as game. And just to be clear, when I say game, it doesn't mean anything deceitful. It's just your particular strategy, your particular style of getting the attention of the ladies. Now, I'm known for body game. Which is basically really just the foundation. Just the foundation. The body serves as bait because every woman has a certain body type that turns her on sexually. And I'm just saying, for men to develop their body, whether they slim, whether they, athletic, whether they big men, to the best of their ability and see which women are turned on by it. But turned on doesn't mean the deal is closed. You still have to bring more to the table. It's only place a man can have like that really nice body and, get the woman sexually is usually in a male exotic dancing club or something like that. Yeah, and it happens there, or if they're on sex vacation or something. And even in those cases, you still got to interact with the woman. Now, remember, yes, women are turned on. Yes, they are moved by their nannies. They're moved by their wombs and everything. But that doesn't mean the deal is closed. You still have to bring more, as I keep saying. Cool game is just learning how to be cool with women. When I say cool, just having a cool disposition. You can just talk with them. And it's not, sometimes people might put that in with a mouthpiece and that could be part of it. But it's being able to, some people will call it a frame. Just being cool with women. Just being calm. Just being able to have a regular conversation without getting nervous. Just being able to hear what they say without showing any judgment. You're cool. You can just have a regular conversation with them. There's no special word or anything. And especially if you're dealing with beautiful women. Especially because, like I said before, let's be real. Many men who are listening, they ain't listening for like that plain Jane or that less than desirable woman. They not watching these videos. They not paying like large sums of money for consultations or courses or anything for like just average to ugly women. You paying for those beautiful women, those real gorgeous women, those women that are so fine. They walking down the streets. You see them, they make you ugly. You be like, God damn. They got the pretty face, the big breastises, nice old booty, nice legs. Some of y'all like some feet too. But one of the things I've found interesting is that many guys can't keep their cool around that woman. They'll get around that woman and they'll get real nervous or something, or what some people call, they can't maintain their frame. Try to be cool and calm and all. They can't do it. Let's be real with it. I've seen it plenty of times. I've seen guys, they could say whatever to some average or plain Jane. They get around that beautiful woman, it's like, drool coming out their mouth and everything. It's like, oh man. And see, that works for those type of women because one of the things is when you talk with these divas, I've known these divas, top types, definitely dealt with a few intimately in my life. One of the things they say is guys don't maintain their cool around them. Guys act like they're scared to talk to them. That's one of the main things. If you can have an ordinary conversation with a beautiful woman, you go a long way. You go a long way. But here's the thing. A lot of guys can't do that. A lot of guys can't just walk up to a woman, hey, how you doing? Have a regular conversation. Usually, if they do approach, they doing some dumb stuff, and the woman know you trying to check them out. Or something else I've always seen, if the woman, guys say, hey, you fine, and the woman keep walking, he's like, you bitch, I wouldn't want to talk to you anyway, which was stupid, because why did you say something to her at the beginning? They can't keep their cool. And women, especially beautiful women, they don't like that. And see, I'm going to tell you what. One, that is very important. The whole cool game thing is very important for two reasons. One, just being able to maintain your cool around a beautiful woman. It makes you stand out from other men. You know, like if you're at the bar or something or the club and all these guys are lined up and saying all this dumb stuff to a woman and you sitting over there eating your buffalo wings. Well, one, you already stand out. Two, she might like buffalo wings. But it's like, well, wait a minute, something's different about him. You know, you have a conversation, you're not nervous or you're not trying to crack some dumb joke or do something, or would you do some lower level of what you consider game. You know, that makes you stand out. All of a sudden, the woman becomes interested. She's like, oh, what's up with him? And this is even if you're average looking and, you know, and because the woman's like, oh, he's different than these other guys. These 77 other guys did this, but this dude doing something totally different. And also, too, let me say something about that. There's some people out there that say, oh, put those women down or neg them or something. That's dumb as hell. Because one, she can see right through that. Two, it's stupid. Why would somebody, you know, you done call some woman, try to talk about her. Why should she be interested? That shit only works with some very low self-esteem woman. And if you deal with a low self-esteem woman, say you even get a relationship with her. Thing is, if it worked for you, it might work for somebody else. Then you have a my bad situation. Yeah, she fine, but somebody else, you know, use the same game, and then you walking in on them, you know, in your bed, and, you know, the dude just turn back at you and say, my bad. This you, man? You know how that is. So, you know, one, you stand out, but two, on a deeper level, see, you know, there's a lot of talk about a woman's visual nature. And, you know, I talk about, you know, looks matter, y'all. Looks matter. Even if the man is like, let's say he's ugly sexy to the woman, that still looks. You know, that matters to the woman. She's paying attention to all of that. She's paying attention to all of that stuff. But just as much as they're moved by their womb, they're really moved by their emotions. In fact, if you can touch their emotions, you can touch their womb. Now, their emotions, understand something. Even though I've said publicly that at a deep level, women can be very cold-blooded, very pragmatic, they still got that emotions over them. They still move. That's how pimps and preachers can deal with a woman. They are touching their emotions. Now, a woman's general emotions are all over the place. You know, their emotional state can change several times in an hour. It can change several times in a conversation. One of the things is, since it's so loose, a man who got a cool, calm, steady emotional state that he's giving off is actually magnetic to an emotional woman. Because on a deep level, women are looking for that stability. And they're not just looking for like monetary stability. They're looking for emotional stability. They're looking for that guy who can be a rock. Now, that's the more emotional a woman is, the more she look for that. Now, just to be clear, if the woman is more on her pragmatic side than the average, and more cool and calm herself, it don't work the same. It don't work the same. Understand something, and we probably need to do another video on this, even though I've talked about this a lot. You know, men and women coming together is an interaction of masculine and feminine. So she's on a deep level looking for somebody complimentary. If she's into more of an emotional woman, she wants that cool and calm man. And what you have with very beautiful women, most of them tend to be in their feminine. Most of them. There are many exceptions, though, to that. Yet another conversation. Those, like the exceptions, are those women who look good on the outside but are Amazon women's on the inside, meaning they have more masculine energy. But for the women who look feminine on the outside and they're legitimately feminine on the inside, they want that man who can maintain his cool and calm because they can. You know, everything happening crazy, and a woman, she might be crying, she doing all this. And she want that man who's going to be like, yeah, okay, I got this, baby. Why don't you calm down? Nice and cool. Even the conversation, that extends even to the conversation. If that man's conversation is cool and calm with her, it has an effect on her. Now, just to be clear, it's going to work differently with different women. Like I said, you do have some women out there that are more in their masculine energy. That cool game doesn't work as well with them because they got some aspects of it themselves, and it's like two magnets. It's going to kind of repel each other, at least mildly. But the more that woman's in her feminine and more strongly in her emotional side, the more she goes for that man in his masculine and that cool and calm side. All right. And in order for a man to have that, he don't have to do anything. He don't have to do anything special or anything. He don't have to use any special words. He just has to be cool and calm. He has to learn how to be that within himself. All right. So cool game. Cool game. So definitely check that out. Check that out. Think about it. Think about how cool. Like, I'm gonna tell you what. I'll say this. I've had probably more women call me cool than they might have called me handsome. Well, they call me sexy too, but one of those, cool and that. Cool and sexy more so than calling me like physically handsome. I've had some women call me handsome, and some other women, they were like, in fact, I've dealt with some women, they were like, yeah, you're all right, but you cool as shit. In fact, my nickname in college was Cool Rom Ski. So that game, being cool, it goes a long way. All right. So that's all I have for now. Y'all have a great weekend. Peace and blessings.